These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Indianapolis Colts. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. To the air right away is Brady. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Brady. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Uses the stiff arm. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. From the 44, Brady. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Los Angeles. On 1st down, Brady. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throwing again on second down. Brady. He finds Wilson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Akers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Burt sets up to throw it. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
It's now 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I put up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other. I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of a yard.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score Chargers 7, Colts 0.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. A beautiful fake. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's...
Now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Cam Akers, his 25th touchdown, tying him and Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Offense at the line and set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy.
Barkley hit, and the ball pops free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now Brady. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hey, 56.
Play action. Now it's Brady. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Cam Akers on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Colts, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he loses the football a second time. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Throwing now is Brady.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Complete to Kadarius Toney. First and goal.
To throw is Brady. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Kadarius Toney,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
and the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass. This too shall pass.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Garrett Wilson,
26 yards.
and the Chargers open the lead up to 34-0.
Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chargers 35, Colts nothing. Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 19-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready?
They go play action with Hurts. And it's a fumble. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
All right, we go. 72. Hey, Colts 66.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Brady. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they've really become magnified.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On play action, it's Brady. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Shadow!
Brady now to throw.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Tom Brady, his third touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Chargers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it is 42-0.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Ready?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4, so 2nd and 6 forthcoming. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Okay.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
19 tight. 19 tight.
He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready?
Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Gain of 25 yards on the play. Complete to
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So apparently it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Here's Brady to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. They'll run on first down with Akers. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll go again here with Akers. Down to the 42, second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And some space here. 20. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Brady. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Next to score, Chargers 49, Colts 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Shutting down that play, Kyler Gordon on the defensive side.
70 Rangers. 19 right.
They're going to try and throw. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far. The Chargers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Going right back to Akers.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
On 3rd down, Barkley.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return is Jones. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Chargers first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now Brady.
This pass caught by Hamler. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 2nd down and 7.
Second down at the Colts 46-yard line.
Brady gives this to White. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
This is taken around the 12. 31 yards on the punt there. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen's got it complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
It's a gain of 2.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Chargers, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll have another road day next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Colts, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.